we have been going through the new districts across the state, and we have been looking at the toughest districts in each classification. We've reached the final episode of this, Max. It is Class 1A 6-man football. And the way we've done it for every classification is that we used Jerry Forrest's computer rankings. We've taken a 5-year average of every team, given their 5-year composite, and we've averaged every team in each district, or each district, and come up with a district average of the composites. Whichever is the highest rated district is the toughest. Let me tell you why that is going to be very difficult here. The reason and why I'm kind of already undercutting my own segment.
Okay.
A lot of, in fact, the vast majority of districts in Class 1A are small.
Yeah.
They are 4-team districts. 4-team districts are not rare. 5-team districts are probably, I haven't gone through and looked, but I would bet 5-team districts are the most common.
Yep.
They are small districts because fewer teams make the playoffs, and there's a lot of reasons why.
Is this the smallest classification too?
It is the fewest teams in this classification.
Yeah.
And so, as a result, if you have one team that is really good, it can weight this thing way up.
Yeah.
Contrary to that, because I also believe that in 1A, there is the biggest discrepancy between the haves and the have-nots. A lot of that just literally has to do with how many people you have in school. You have some teams that are very lowly ranked. And so on the other side, if you have a team that's very lowly ranked, it can drag that sucker down.
Yep.
As a result, we're still going to issue these, but then Lehman Saunders, our 6-man insider, sent me an email with his thoughts. So we'll do the science first, and then we'll do the art.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
That work?
All right.
I think that's a fair way to do it, because I'll admit that I think that this for Class 1A, this method is a little bit flawed.
Yeah.
So let's start. According to the numbers, we're going just based on the numbers. According to the numbers, the 5th toughest district is Class 3 1A Division 1. This is the Kroll District. Kroll has been one of the most consistently excellent programs over the past 5 years. Of course, they won, I believe, back-to-back titles in 2013, 2014. Excellent teams. Followed by Knox City, which has been very good as well, especially recently. This past year, they were excellent. Paducah, Chillicothe, and Vernon Northside. This is basically the merger of formerly District 9. So you think about that. You're going to move from Region 1 to Region 3 to Region 1. District 9 and District 4 to form District 3, which is the Kroll District. District 3 is Division 1A. Division 1 is the 5th toughest district. The 4th toughest district is District 14 1A Division 1. This one is, again, you've got one team really bumping things up, and that's May. May's really good, guys.
Really good.
May has been very good for a long time. I know they don't have a state championship to show for it in the past 5 years, but this is a very, very good program. Gorman is right behind them, which has been consistent. Santa Ana and Lingleville round out the 4th toughest district. That's 14 1A Division 1. The 3rd toughest district, the Borden County District, District 6 1A Division 1. Borden County, in fact, let me look this up right now. I wonder if it's them or Richland Springs that's been the highest rated team over the past 5 years. It is Borden County. Borden County is the highest rated team in the past 5 years. There's a reason that they are bringing everything up. The middle of that district's interesting. I think there's going to be a dogfight. Sands, Klondike, and Grady are in there as well. O'Donnell's struggled the past few years, but that's a tough district because you've got one spot that's pretty much taken up, and it's going to be like a 3-way dogfight for that final spot.
Yeah.
It's District 6, the 3rd toughest district in 1A. The 2nd toughest district is District 15, 1A Division 1, and this is an example where I'm pretty sure we at least have a pretty good projection of what the playoffs are going to look like. Because you've got two teams that are just pretty sizably above the other two, Jonesboro and Zephyr. Jonesboro, of course, has been 2 straight championship games. What Eddie Gallegos has done down there is fantastic. Zephyr has been very good as well. Zephyr is in that mix. And then you got 2 other teams, even in Lomita, that in other districts would definitely be like contenders.
Yeah.
But because they're in that district, they will start behind the pack. So they are high enough that they don't drag down the good works done by Jonesboro and Tepper. They're the second toughest district according to the numbers, and the toughest district in 1A according to our numbers, District 8 1A Division 1. And really, this is the power of having one excellent team, and then a bunch of pretty good teams.
Yeah.
You've got Garden City. They are the gold standard. They have been up there. They're very, very good. In fact, as far as they have been the third best team over the past 5 years according to these ratings. Sterling City and Water Valley. Water Valley, I know, has had a tough past couple of years, but this is still a very good team, still kind of riding off that incredible 2013 run. And then you've got Highland out of Roscoe and Westbrook, which have been consistent as programs that will up and get you. They're probably not going to make the playoffs in this district, but that's where we're at. So District 8 1A Division 1, according to the numbers, are the toughest districts, is the toughest district in Class 1A. As I mentioned, these are a little bit skewed because of the small districts, because I know that our number system has a hard time kind of calculating for six-man football. I think Jerry Forrest would admit that. Our buddy Jerry, he would admit that. So I sent those to Lehman Saunders. And Lehman wrote back, I think, a very thoughtful email that said something to the point of his definition of tough, a tough district, is when it's hard to pick the playoff teams.
Yeah.
Okay? So, for example, 15 1A Division 1, we're pretty sure it's going to be Jonesboro and Tepper. It's not that hard to predict.
Right.
But his examples, the ones that he pointed out, District 1 1A Division 1, that's McLean, Valley, and White Deer. McLean had a fantastic year last year. They're returning a lot. Valley has a lot of pedigree, and then White Deer is usually solid and was very good last year. The other ones he said, that he said are very tough. District 13 1A Division 1. District 13 is, I ruined everything. Of course I did. District 13 1A Division 1 is the Bront, Robert Lee, Eden district. And basically, he's saying that Bront's is moving from 11-man into 6-man. They should make they're going to renew their rivalry with Robert Lee. Eden and Veribest are also in the middle. Paint Rock has spoiler potential. He also likes District 16 1A Division 1. That's the Lakey, Nueces Canyon, Medina Valley. That's like a three-way dogfight. Three very evenly matched teams. Right. And if you want to talk tough districts, because those teams are very evenly matched, you should do. In Division 2, he likes District 5. District 5 1A Division 2 is the Buena Vista, Grand Falls Royalty, Sanderson, and Sanderson district, as well as Sierra Blanca is in that mix as well. When you got two teams at the top, Buena Vista and Grand Falls Royalty, with Sanderson, which was pretty darn good last year, has a chance to play spoiler. Yeah. He likes District 7 as well, and this is what he says might be the toughest in all of Class 1A. Guthrie, Jayton, Looters Avoca, Rule, and Paint Creek. He says basically it's just very hard to predict. Yeah. And so I appreciate that. I want to acknowledge maybe the shortcomings in our computer system, because our computer system is basically trying to take 11-man things and force them into a 6-man mold. Yeah. But of course, 6-man is such a different game. So I want to offer Lehman Saunders his thoughts, because I think he's got a little bit more of a holistic view to things. Yeah. Where he can view it just through the 6-man prism. And that's, to me, very interesting. So.
It raises an interesting question, though, because we talk about the toughest districts, and we've essentially ranked it based on weight, right? The most good teams try to pull everything up. I'd be curious what, in each classification, the most evenly matched district is. That is, where almost every team has a shot to win the thing because their average score is so close to the median.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, where you go into it and you go, there are 5 teams here who could win this district legitimately, because they're only separated by a few decimal points here.
Maybe I'll do a post for insiders about that.
That could be fun.
If you're good. I'm working on a story right now, but when I'm done with that.
Yeah, you're a little busy right now, but sure.
So those are the toughest districts in Class 1A. You can see all of the computer rankings of every district in Texas for insiders only at texasfootball.com/district rankings.